Hi. In this video, in the past video, we were discussing the salary and wages of food and beverage department divided into various departments, various sections, management and non-management. The important thing when we are splitting it is to ensure that we don't give out the confidentiality. So if you have only one director of food and beverage in the whole department and the others are non-managerial staff, or you have only one food and beverage manager, the rest are supervisors and the other junior staff, splitting the cost into management and non-management would cause display of his salary and other confidential information into the P&L itself. So anybody else who is reading the profit and loss statement would know that how much is the cost of the director of food and beverage or the manager, right? So in those cases, you may need to combine the cost with the non-management because you don't want to give out the information which is sensitive. Uh, then you have some other case example, somebody has worked in one outlet, not in the other outlet. So you may have somebody who is working usually in a cafe, and then now you have assigned him to work for, let's say, 10 days in a banquet due to a heavy function. So you should be splitting the cost or the salary of that person into the different outlets or different venues, so that the real profitability of the department can be ascertained easily. You are not charging everything to the home department. So the home department would only be processing the cost, but not really, not everything is going to be charged to them. So the other aspects of salary and wages, that is, it includes the basic pay, it includes the supplementary, the basic pay, the contract pay, the overtime, and also the shift differential. Sometimes you have split shift payments, so that also is going into salary and wages. So salary and wages may have basic pay plus these split out overtime pay, split shift pay, or other payments which is considered into the salary and wages in the GL, but in the P&L it will combine as a one salary and wages split by the departments. Split by the management titles. Then the next line item in the labor cost is the service charge distribution. As we discussed in the previous, while we were discussing the revenue, is that when the service charge in the check is non-discretionary and is mandatory for the guest to pay, which is usually distributed to the staff on maybe equally basis or based on points, or however the policy of the company is. Whatever actual amount is distributed to the staff will be shown here as a service charge distribution, because that service charge collection is shown into the revenue and service charge distribution will go to the cost. It may impact the profitability of the department by a bit. However, that's the right treatment to do. Then the next line item you have is contracted, leased and outsourced labor. Some usually very more often the banquets or the cafe, when they are very busy, they hire casual staff or contract staff which they hire for one day, 2 day or 3 days. The cost of those contracted, leased or outsourced labor is going to be charged to this cost. But you have to remember that it's not processed through the regular payroll. If they are provided through with the regular payroll, then it will be charged to the labor cost. But normally these costs are not processed through the labor to the normal payroll of the hotel. They are paid out separately, either in cash or by the check. So usually you hire other peoples to cover up the shortage of the staff. Then that cost is going to be charged to contracted, lease and outsourced labor. The next line item in the labor cost is bonus and incentive. So it's the bonus and incentive related to those F&B staff, which is straightforward. Then you have payroll related expenses, which includes payroll tax, when there is usually a tax related to the the social security contribution, or the retirement unemployment contribution, disability, medical insurance, which is paid to the government, then they will be included in the payroll tax, because they usually are related to the employment and the payroll related as a percentage to payroll. Not the non-voluntary insurance that the company has done. So the voluntary insurance would be considered as employee benefits rather than payroll tax, but the contributions charged by the government is going to be the payroll tax. Sometimes the company is paying the taxes, the payroll taxes, gross up taxes of the employees, so that also can go here or in the employee benefits. Then you have supplemental pay, means the pay related to the vacation, sick leave, holiday. So usually employees go on leave, so the basic pay related to those days will be deducted out from the salary and wages and will be charged here. Usually the employees are, the company is making a provision every month. Let's say the employee has got 12 days of leave in a year. Even though he may not be taking those leaves, the company may be accruing one leave every month, so that it can accumulate in a provision, and whenever the employee is taking the leave, then the amount of that leave will be charged to that provision instead of the basic pay. So that usually is done in most of the hotel accounting. The other way to do this is to charge out the provision every month, but and adjust the provision when you are taking the leave. But the right method would be to make a provision every month, and whenever the employee is taking the leave, then you, instead of charging it the whole salary to the basic pay, to the salary and wages, you will be splitting the charge between the actual number of working days and also the number of days leave has been taken. So the dash number of days leave will be charged to the provision that every month we are accumulating, so that we don't really charge the P&L with the 10-day leave in 1 month or on 2 months. So you have to make sure that every month you are making a provision for the vacation pays or the other things. You cannot make provision for sick leave or holiday pay or other pay when you do, because those are not the rights. It depends on when they actually happen, so you cannot make a provision for those kind of. Only the provision which you need to make is the vacation leaves. Then you have the employee benefits. So as we discussed in the rooms department as well, we're going to be looking at the employee benefits in the next video again.